As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. This fourth and final matchup on this divisional round weekend. We'll get back to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's take a look back to Saturday's AFC divisional round game. And it's the Indianapolis Colts who are moving on to the next round as they were able to knock out the Baltimore Ravens.
Oh, wow.
Time now for a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for KC. And our statistician may need a vacation after this one's said and done. What a first half they had throwing the football. Over 300 yards passing already. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they too were able to take advantage of a soft secondary, as both of these two teams really threw the ball at will in that first half. Final adjustments are underway in the locker rooms. Which of these two teams will survive and advance to next weekend's AFC Championship game? To find out, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. And the Texans getting ready to go here to begin the third quarter. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock.
He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there. 70 yards. And the Texans have taken a 5-touchdown lead.
Selma, man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer beware. Extra point attempt to follow here. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And the result, a Houston touchdown. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. Kadarius Toney going to let and all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And the Texans scoop it. And did he get in? No. They'll mark him down at the 1-yard line.
And in our meeting with the special teams coordinator, we asked him, what's your philosophy on bringing the ball out? Do you give him a red light? Do you keep him in? Green light, let him go? Let's see if he changes from green light to red light.
And he fights his way into the end zone for a Texans touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Texans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, we have seen the stiff arm get a bit of renaissance here in recent seasons, and that was pure strength there as he forced his way into the end zone.
And when you think of guys who use the stiff arm so effectively,
that's like Bolton and got stiff armed out of his right.
Walter Payton, some recent guys like Marshawn Lynch. Let's go to the Wayback Machine. Bronco Nagurski, he dealt out a wicked stiff arm.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Here's Tony to return it as he brings it out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. KC's offense ready to take over. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football.
Oh, my God.
And now off to the races, down the right side. 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Well, like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch.
And talk about a quick answer. This looked like a missed assignment. You'd think someone would be able to rein him in after he makes his catch, but he's so slippery in the open field, he's able to take it all the way to the end zone.
And after the catch, boy, look at the next-gen stats. Says he covered better than 70 yards all told. Extra point up and good by Sanders. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. Still well in control of this ball game despite getting a touchdown a moment ago. They go play action here on first down. He's going to look deep down the field. And this one is incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. He's got a man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Now back to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down. They'll set up to throw. On the sideline, did he keep his feet in bounds? They say yes. Great job, both feet in, first down. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. He'll get 8 on the keeper there. It'll be second and a couple.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And the Texans are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. And quickly, they get to the line. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. From 4 yards out. And the Texans get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man in concert.
Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. Here's Tony to return it as he brings it out of the end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
On first down, Mahomes. Throwing, no, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. And the Texans scoop it. And they will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Texans touchdown. So a great play there by the defense.
For a team that don't tackle, we sure as hell do a good job of
flipping
the football. Give me that. Punch that thing right out.
For this team, don't they? You see the way that they move around out there? They want to lead this team deeper into the playoffs and hopefully onto the Super Bowl.
And that return for a touchdown certainly helps that cause. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Here's Tony to return it as he brings it out of the end zone. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. Looking for a bounce back, had the fumble a moment ago that went for a touchdown the other direction. See if he can get back in rhythm.
And you have to be very careful about having too quick of a hook with really good players. I did a guy's game in high school where he fumbled 3 times in the first quarter, finished with over 300 yards on the night, later ended up in the NFL. If you've got a talented back, give it back to him.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. To throw on 2nd and 10. Mahomes, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, they had to get a big performance from this unit. To this point, they delivered.
Extra point forthcoming. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Here's Tony to return it as he brings it out of the end zone. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Meanwhile, Mahomes throw into the hands here of Hardman. Well, Mahomes finding his burner, Hardman for the KC first. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First catch for him in these playoffs. He was held without one last week, but he's got a first down on that effort. To throw, it's Mahomes. And my goodness, another interception. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. Well, that is now his 5th interception thrown in this game. And Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes, stepping in those lanes and picking them off.
Yeah, sometimes the best offense is an excellent defense, and they've done exactly that. What do you think, partner? A season's worth of highlights in just 4 quarters? I think that's what we're seeing from this group.
121 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in this divisional round matchup. They'll look look to throw now on first down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception is really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they just did, and salvage a little bit of pride in this one.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They got to figure out a big coming up here to try to gain that yardage back.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2.
They blocked it out of
One defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for Kansas City. And he's able to get it out of there. He'll take it at the 42. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. Touchdown! A great play there. 34 yards. And the Texans are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Charles, that's a pretty good response from a rookie quarterback. He's had his struggles in this game, including the interception on the last drive, but there he takes him down the field and puts it in the end zone.
I agree with everything you just said right there, and there's a silver lining to all of this, his resiliency. Because let's face it, when things are going bad and you're a youngster, they often continue to go bad. But in his mind and his actions, he said, this stops right here. And how about the positive play he just turned in?
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the Texans scoop it. And that one is his 2nd fumble loss. Not a good look out of your return man.
And not only does he hurt the momentum for his team or even change momentum of the game, but now they've got to...
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans are pouring it on. Boy, another score. This lead gets even bigger. And, Charles, we haven't even hit the 4th quarter yet.
Well, forget the deficit, right? They're really not going to cut into that a heck of a lot. But how can they get out of here with some dignity? Can they get a stop or two? Can they make a play on offense themselves? Anything to start to feel better about what's happened to them here in this one.
The extra point up and good. Back now in Houston, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team,
still got my car or no?
ringer in this one.
Mahomes, he put it on the carpet.
Another fumble.
And the Texans scoop it. And they have
boys.
the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. And the offense moving quickly to the line. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Their mobile edge.
You still got my mom card or no?
Keeping it inside for 8 yards out.
Huh?
And the Texans are drawing closer to a date in the AFC title game as they extend this fourth quarter lead. Point after try forthcoming. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And the capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Probably ain't gonna better get it now.
And this will not be
Hold on. Yeah, it's not
the
easy.
back of the end zone for a touchback. And Kansas City's offense now set and
For
ready
sure,
to
we
go.
not either. We done spent a lot of money
This game
today.
has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
They guaranteed on the step.
Pointing things out because
They
now
guaranteed I throw them on the step. I know I
because
did
as you
so fast.
said, they've scored some points, and there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Buried by
Hold on, I don't know if you're talking to me or not. What you say?
Well, I wish the staff luck as they try to find positives about this performance by their offense as we move through the early part of the fourth quarter. That sack, the latest example. Down by a boatload, this offense simply can't keep up, and the quarterback is still taking hits. I get the backups in there if it were me.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain.
Guys, nigga, I'm on your head, boy.
The Chiefs on 3rd down.
Y'all wasted the whole. Y'all had getting your ass
This
beat.
is 3rd and 11.
Ain't not
Mahomes gonna
lazy.
throw. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack.
Ain't nothing open. Beating them the fuck
Tying
up.
this game, multiple defenders there to get him. Here's Johnny Hacker now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Now Houston's offense taking over again. And it would appear that that first-round bye certainly helped. They've looked fresh from the start and no letdown here as they lead big in this divisional round, and they look to book a spot in the conference championship.
I'm trying to get the fuck
2nd
out
and
of
9
here.
from the 44. On play action, they'll throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. The Texans send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 15. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throw left side, complete to Tony. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And now here is another interception. Derek Stingley picks it. And his
They won't
guys
write
are
about
gonna
this
get the
big mid
football
on
at
the
the
right?
37-yard
Y'all
line.
heard beating you the fuck
Yet
up.
another mistake
They won't
after
write
the
about this
interception
big
there.
bro.
Guys, you look up at the scoreboard. They
If
just
you
got to be
said
thinking
you
this
can.
one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
We
On the other
physically
sideline,
beating these boys the fuck
jubilation and
up.
laughter. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 153 yards rushing for him now in the ballgame as he is trying to will his guys to the championship round next weekend. Options galore here, second and a few inches. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's second and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. They'll try to run this one in. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1. Now the Texans are going to call on the field goal unit. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this in a tight angle. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Chiefs ready to rock again on offense.
No, he got
They knew this would be tough on the road divisional round, and that has certainly been the case with the deficit they face in this fourth quarter. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Mahomes to throw. And that'll be caught by Tony. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And he's got his man on the out route.
You know
he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Mahomes. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 20-yard line. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the fourth quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to... And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. Sanders now to add the extra point. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it culminates in a Travis Kelce touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. Oh, a dangerous return.
Oh, my God.
Here. Still going past the 30.
Oh, my God.
And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Texans.
He went crazy today.
It's been a back-and-forth game. A lot of points on the board. And that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's going.
You've seen both teams go.
I don't got to hit the field goal, the extra point, really, please, baby, that. We whipped it
Just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming. And
Fellas, the coach beat
when it comes in
the coach beat the Ravens.
And the Texans are moving say so long, everybody.
Build my home the same way we did the last time. These are crazy. Further on. We expected to play like that. Great game, fellas. Check off all the boxes.